Uh, I'm at poolside here at La Gran Via in San Salvador, El Salvador, and I am attorney Michael Lelon. I'm a natural law attorney. I have a background in appellate law, criminal defense, and constitutional law. And I'm a natural law advocate, and I wanted to come on and do a little bit of an open mic with you today. So let me just share with you what I'm looking at so you can get an idea. Having a great time. I don't know if anyone's going to join me today because it's it's like 11 here, and I guess that would make it 9:30 in US time on the Pacific. But nonetheless, I'm here hanging out by the pool, trying to get some sun, turning my Swedish face into a red beet. And I'm blown away at what's going on with the gold and silver markets. So I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about what's going on with gold and silver, in particular silver. It just busted 80 bucks again. And I think that the paper silver markets are going to have a hard time controlling the cost of silver. And one of the things that I wanted you guys to understand is that the silver prices in America and the gold prices aren't determined by the physical price of gold and silver. It's controlled by the paper markets, which I believe is a scam. And so the paper markets are basically these companies that trade a piece of paper that says you can lease this much silver, and they call that hypothecation. So let's say the LBMA wants you to buy some silver stocks. Well, they issue a piece of paper saying that you own these stocks, and then they go in and lease that same to another person, and that's called rehypothecation. They'll rehypothecate that to a bunch of different people. Good seeing you, Swedish observer. How do you like my Swedish skin turning beet red here at the pool? Looks pretty Swedish, doesn't it? Well, I'm Swedish, Norwegian, a little bit of German and Scottish, but yeah, paper and fire, that's right. Good seeing you, Cyber 631. So I'm glad you guys joined me. I wasn't really expecting to get a bunch of people join the show today. I was actually going to use this video to create some short videos for later. But hey do to my friends in Sweden, jag älskar dig. But really quickly, the paper markets. So what's going on is these companies, which I think they're a scam, they'll release your gold and silver paper to other people and then reverse hypothecation. And so right now, the physical price of gold and silver isn't the price that you're paying for it. My position is that silver is probably worth more like $300 to $500 an ounce, but they've constantly manipulated the markets to make it appear less by rehypothecating. Because if you can sell the same piece of, or lease the same piece of silver or gold over and over again, then it appears to be cheaper. And so they call it shorting the market in a way. So what I wanted to do is just share with you what I do. I'm a stacker. I'm a natural law rights attorney. I believe that we need to turn America back to the constitutional republic, eliminate this so-called Marxist democracy that's taught in the public school system, and return us to a constitutional currency, which is gold and silver. That's what's required by the Constitution. And get rid of the fiat currency and the Federal Reserve banking system altogether. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree, Cyber 631 and SWE Observer. But ultimately, what happened today blew my mind. I was checking my stocks, and I was like, wow, I am so up. And I'm glad I didn't follow the advice of all these investment banks where they say you should only put 5 to 10% of your portfolio in physical metals or gold stocks or silver stocks or miners or whatever. I have the vast majority of my portfolio. Hey Jody, good seeing you. I'm super happy you joined me today. Yeah, right on, Kasybert. I hope I said your name right. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm not going to be live for that long, but I wanted to share with you, like I'm up by like 50 grand today in Federal Reserve notes in my portfolio, just from investing in a couple of silver miners. And so this is not investment or legal advice, but I'm just going to tell you what I do to try to preserve my wealth. And we're going to talk a little bit about how gold and silver taxes are destroying families, well, taxes in general, but are destroying families and destroying your ability to save for your future and for your children. So first of all, my picks are SVM, to a lesser degree PAAS, Pan American Silver. It was over $55 a little while ago. I haven't checked the markets in a few minutes. But besides buying physical gold and silver, I think that miners are a terrific option. And so we know that gold is the currency of war. And because communist China has been trying to spread their Marxist ideology around the world with their dictatorship allies like Maduro in Venezuela and before him Chavez, we're now probably on a war footing. And heck, $1 a share. So I'm up, up, up. A lot of my mining stocks, Seibert. Hey James, Semper Fi, brother. A lot of my miner stocks are triple and quadruple baggers. And so because I care about people, I wanted to share with you what I'm doing. Now, the first thing is today I would not buy anything because the markets are going berserk. So what I wait for is for the relative strength index to go to like a 70 or an 80. And then I wait for it to go down and I look at the on balance volume. And then I buy in once the RSI hits around 30, 28, or 20. So that way I'm not buying at the top, right? You never want to buy at the top. You always want to buy low and never sell when it comes to precious metals. That's my view. And again, you're buying a mining company. It is insane, SW Observer. A tax on gold and silver is insane. But you've got Marxist progressive governments, WEF installed young world leaders like Carney in Canada. You've got guys like Newsom, total idiots, who basically enrich their friends and then preach Marxism to you and how they're going to make everyone equally miserable, right? So we don't want to do that. That's not what Team MPE does. We want to help our friends. So SVM is a company that I've been heavily invested in. Royal Gold, RGLD, it's a gold royalty company, but they've got such low operating expenses that, I mean, my dividends are going through the roof. And that's like a quadruple bagger for me, even though it's not necessarily a mining company. They're a royalty company, so they invest in mining companies and then they get an option to buy the precious metals at a certain price. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then, of course, I also do PSLV. I don't do SVM or economic form guy. That proxy war that's going on all over the world with China, the United States, and Russia and their allies, the BRICS nations, gold and silver is becoming very, very attractive to people who understand benefits. And so that's why I'm heavily involved in gold and silver, and I think that everybody should be, because it's the only real money. Fiat currency is not money. Fiat currency is worthless paper that's backed by the promise of a government. Hey, what's going on? What's the matter? Seeing you, brother. I was just talking about fiat currency and about how my silver has gone through. So I bought in physical silver at like $30 or less an ounce, and today it broke 80. And again, our silver markets aren't even real. Our silver markets are dictated by companies like BlackRock, and it's based on the paper silver market that hypothecates and rehypothecates that same piece of gold to other people, and that way they're able to keep the silver